Welcome to the segment on the Grade Center. In this session, we will take a close look at two options within the Grade Center, the grading periods option and the column organization option. Before exploring the specifics of the Grade Center, I would like to share a few tips about setting up the grading plan for a course. The assessment plan for any course is a critical component of the course design process. It is important that the grading plan for a course be transparent to the students and easy to implement for the instructor. To that end, it is good to keep it simple. And one way to do this is to start with the total points. So in this case, it is 1,000, and then distribute these points amongst the assessment items for the course. In doing this, we can also arrive at the appropriate weightage for the different groups of assessment items. For example, here, the assignments are 40% of the final grade. Another exercise that can help us is to examine the assessment items by the weeks in which they are due. This can help us even out the workload for the students. For example, in this table here, you can see that in week 1, 3 items are due. In week 2, 2 items are due. While in week 3, 4 items are due. We may take another look at the items that are due in week 3. And if our analysis tells us that that's an overload, we may choose to move some of these items to a different week. In Blackboard, you can locate the grade center under the control panel, which is displayed under the heading Course Management. When setting up the grade center, it is best to start with the full grade center option. In this session, we are going to take a closer look at the grading periods and the column organization, both of which are available in the menu for Manage. The grading periods are optional and may take some time to set up. However, they will help us group the assessment items by the date range in which they are due. Typically, we would use the grading period associated with each week of the term. However, you may find that a different grouping works better for you. One of the main advantages of the grading period is that we can filter and access the assessment items for a specific week. Column organization, on the other hand, allows us to view and modify the columns that are displayed in the grade center. So we can organize the sequence and also show and hide which columns are going to be displayed. We can freeze the columns when we scroll, and I personally find it very helpful that I can view all the due dates and the points for assessment items in one place. We are back in our Sea Turtles course. The Grade Center is available under the Control panel. If you don't see it, you may want to click on this arrow so that it opens up the menu and you're able to locate the Grade Center. For now, we are going to explore the options that are available under the Full Grade Center. Once you have familiarized yourself with the interface, you may want to use these other options to quickly access a specific group of assessment items. The Full Grade Center view displays the students on the left. Each row belongs to each student. And following the student name, we have some information that is again associated with the student. For example, the username, ID, when the student last accessed the course. And then following that, we have the different assessment items. And notice that we are scrolling horizontally to access these different items. Before delving into the details of the Grade Center, let us first review the grading plan and the assessment items that we have set up in this course. So here is the grading plan for the Sea Turtles course. There are 3 assignments. 2 of these assignments are submitted by students in Blackboard, but the 3rd assignment is an in-class presentation. There are 3 discussions that we have set up, 1 test, 1 wiki, and 1 journal. We can also view this information by the week. We have set up week 1 to go from October 4th to 10, week 2 from 11th to 17th, and week 3 from 18th to the 24th. Going back to the full Grade Center view, let us take a quick look at the option for column organization, which is available under Manage. Each assessment item that we have set up so far is visible here. In addition, note the section at the top, which lists the information associated with each student. Each of these items that we see here is displayed in the Grade Center view as a column. Clicking on Cancel or Submit will take us back to the full Grade Center view. And for right now, I'm going to click on Cancel to go back. We will return to the column organization after we have set up the grading period. Since we have 3 weeks, we are going to set up the 3 grading periods, one for each week. We have the dates associated with each week, so we will set up each week within these date ranges. So week 1 starting on the 4th and ending on the 10th. And we are also going to click on associate this grading period with all the columns that have due dates within this date range and click Submit. And we will create the grading periods for weeks 2 and 3 the same way. Now that the grading periods for 3 weeks have been set up, let's click on OK to get back to the Grade Center. And now let's return to the column organization. And lo and behold, the items which are due in week 1 have now been associated with the grading period for week 1. Same for week 2, week 3. Another feature of column organization is that we can hide and display specific columns. For example, in this case, I'm going to take the username student ID and I'm going to hide these columns. Next, we will make last access a frozen column. And what this means is that when we are scrolling horizontally, these 3 columns will be displayed at all times. I'm going to move the totals column to the top here so that amongst the first things that I see for a specific student is total points information. Since we are not using the weighted total, I'm going to select that and hide it. So now when I click Submit, I should see the organization of the Grade Center based on the way in which I set up the columns using the column organization option. You may be wondering about the value of the grading periods that we set up earlier. If I click on Filter from the current view, if I select week 1, I will see only the week 1 items. If I click on week 2, I will see only the week 2 items. And this feature may be helpful when we have a lot of items in the Grade Center and we need to hone in on the assessment items for a specific week. Notice that there is a third assignment which is not submitted within Blackboard. If I have to enter the grade for that assignment, I'm going to need to create a column. So let's go ahead and create a column. And then the name of that column is going to be Assignment 3.1. The primary and the secondary display will be score and percentage. Since this is an assignment, the category that we select is the assignment. The point value is 100. And we can select from here the grading period that this item will be associated with. When I click Submit, we should see the Assignment 3.1 in the last column within the Grade Center. And when I position my cursor over it, you can see the name being displayed in this space here. Before we wrap up, there is one final thing we need to do. And that is to make sure that the totals column displays 1000. There are 2 ways to check that. One is to go here and click on Quick Column Information. This shows us the total points possible, and it is 1000, so it looks like we've done well so far. Another way to check it is to go to Manage, look under Column Organization, find the totals column and look for the point value. And here again you see 1000. It looks like we have got it right, but it is still a good idea to go through and make sure that all the point values for individual items are set up as per the grading plan.